What's happening, everybody? I figured I would go ahead and upload the rest of my viable gameplay from the DNF Duel beta. I streamed a lot, but I also recorded quite a bit. And the recordings, I didn't like get all of them, but there's quite a few of them that I can show you. The recordings I have left are just like bullshit recordings from, like, you know, fighting the computer when it was down and everything, but you know, I figured this is something. I really miss playing this game, man. Like, we need like 5 more betas. If it's coming out in June or September, we need at least 2 more betas, because that game was mad fun. I miss it like a lot, like every day actually. This guy, I can't even read his name right now. You guys can see better than I can because I'm actually recording through the my video editor. This guy was a very interesting berserker. I fought 2 really good berserkers in my entire like playtime on the beta, and this was one of the 2. He knew what he was doing, and you know, he knew that one of Berserker's best assets is his 5 MS after he buffs himself, and that was pretty interesting, you know. I was still trying to get my shit off with the Grappler. The Grappler is interesting. I think they need to make the movement speed better, but as you can see, I can just armor through like any old thing I really want with his, what is that, 2S. His 2S, when you hold it, he gets so much off of that. He gets so much armor, and you can't die when you're absorbing those hits. I think the only thing that could stop you is if you have to be grabbed or you have to be low. But I think one of the problems with Grappler is he has a bad DP, so, you know, whatever. I think his DP needs work. It does not work on Ranger for most of his moveset, and not only that, but it loses to lows, and I believe it also loses to grabs. So yeah, it's a bad DP for a character that really should relish on like having a lot of health and being sturdy. You know what I mean? I do love doing his 5 MS. His 5 MS is pretty tight. Like, I can't even front on it. Is it MS or MP? I'm gonna call it MS. Yeah, when you charge his 5 MS, he jumps into the air, and the next thing he does is just pressure. It's just safe. I think you can combine that with Neck Snap, which should be his 6S, and you should get like hella plus frames. His quarter circle forward MS is so inconsistent. Like, I can't even like really understand like when it's supposed to like have armor. So I hope they make that more consistent when the game comes out. When you hold it, he has armor during like the charge up. But like if you just I love this. When you just tap it, he just sort of I don't know, sometimes he has armor and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he's just, you know, gonna hit you, like it's gonna hurt. Yeah. Well, during this period, and I didn't get this on stream, but there was a period when I was playing with the Grappler, and I just sort of did a lot of like 2S attacks, and I was just like, you know what, this is the best way to move forward, but it's kind of really cheap. I don't know how you guys feel about it, just watching it, but I think that it can be pretty cheap. I'm really glad the Grappler made it though. Grappler is one of my favorites in the entire game. You know, I think he looks cool. Bam! There's a weird timing with that. There's a weird timing. And you know what? You would think they would actually reward you. Like, this might sound backwards, but you would think they would actually might reward you for getting like the fast grab, because the fast grab, you can't get it in a lot of situations. Well, yeah, you can. I'm tripping. You can get it when you do like standing combos. Holding it though is going to get old. Like, I don't know how viable Grappler is going to be. Look at all that recoverable life I just lost. And look at all the recoverable life he's going to lose. Very good, very well placed DPs by this Berserker player. Berserker is the Ragnar I've always wanted. Like, I know I said that in the video, but I really like Berserker. Look, like, see right there? That was a counter, and I didn't take. Well, yeah, I did. I took a little bit of damage, but like, what constitutes? And yo, like, when does that move like combo? Because you can do his neutral S and then do his neutral MS, and they're supposed to combo together, but sometimes they just don't. I don't know what the deal is with that. Look at this. This was before I discovered I could just combo with that, like that. Bow. Cross up, baby. That's why you need to use that block button in this game. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I was chancing it. I didn't know what would happen. I just hoped for the best, and I got the best outcome. Man, the MS management, the meter management in this game is kind of crazy. I still do wish that you could just do a super. They should just add like another gauge, if you ask me. I think another gauge would be great. Get rid of the guard gauge and add like a conversion gauge and a super gauge. I don't like the idea that there's a guard gauge in this game because a character like Berserker can break your guard, and so can Vanguard. That's Vanguard's specialty, actually. If you're caught lacking, he's going to break your guard if you got him on low health, so you got to watch it. Using 4S with Grappler is something that I think every grappler should get used to. It is an anti-air. It has no special properties, really. Like, it doesn't have any invul as far as I know, but it's so fast, and you just got to use it on people that are jumping in. Don't use 2S. 2S is just... it's just a juggle thing. It's a launcher. I think I was trying to figure out like what to do after that. Really, I think the optimal thing is, oh wow, I'm a genius. I think the optimal thing is you want to jump and do a Hell JS, because with a Hell JS you can bounce them off the ground and you can launch them back up into the air again and do any number of things. I know I got 3 eyes. That's why I could see that coming. I do wish the characters just had like a standard anti-air that wasn't like a DP. You know what I mean? Like, why can't I just have a move that's like, I don't know, different with every character? Every character should have an uppercut of some sort. It should be that. Like Berserker and his 2S, like that should be the anti-air. He can't jump cancel off of it either, so it's kind of fair. He has to like be really technical and go into his other state that he's in right now. I think I actually learned quite a bit from this Berserker. It's actually pretty sweet. Look at that. Wait, what? I don't know what happened just there, and I'm not even gonna go back because I'm just recording right now. I wasn't going to like heavily edit this video. I was just going to I'm not even sure how many videos I'm going to attach to it. I think there's like some other things I want to show, and it's really late to be adding all this. Like, I'm not expecting a ton of views. It's just some of this stuff I find pretty interesting, and I think that, you know, whoever is really interested in the game and sticking around at this point could like learn something maybe. I'm not saying I was the best person when playing this beta, but I rarely like went like defeated. I didn't really lose any. Well, I guess technically I lost a set with the Hitman. It's on one of my videos. I lost the first to 5 and 10, but I beat him in 15 because I got 15. And I think I think it might have been over 15, and I think they got like 12 something. Don't quote me on that. Otherwise, there's only like 2 other players that like beat me, and I don't even count those because they just left. It was one Ranger beat me once when I was playing with Ranger trying to figure him out, and you know, I figured some stuff out, but I was like, all right, fuck it, let me go to KUNOICHI, and then they left, and then there was a Dragon Knight, I believe. There was a Dragon Knight that beat me once and left. Like, they were finished. Really melty blood type Luma mentality there, where like somebody starts playing and then, you know, they're like, all right, I'm gonna switch characters, and they leave. Like, don't be a coward. So that's why I don't count those, because it's kind of like, so what? Like, you beat me once. Like, you can't expect to like win at first every time. This guy beat me, but I didn't show the loss. I'm just showing what's going forward, to be honest. Because the loss I had, I was just like, I wasn't too entertaining in that. There's an entertainment value to these videos, I promise. I'm trying to upload things I find interesting, not just, you know, shit. Like that, right there. That conversion that he did, really interesting. Berserker, with the way the system is set up currently, he is a character that can utilize conversion better than most of the other characters, because he sacrifices his recoverable life, or I'm sorry, he sacrifices his white life, I guess we're gonna call it, and he does that to gain more power, and he can get out of it at any time with conversion or changing back. But you know, the fact that he can convert and extend his combos and get more MS back, meter back, that's an interesting tool. I just kept jumping in with this guy. I was not learning. He has some very well placed DPs, and I should have DP'd better. I think watching him is when I found out Berserker had a dive. I was like, wait, Berserker had a dive this entire time? And I have been using it. You know what? If they update this game, they're probably going to give my man... don't jump. They're probably going to give my man Grappler 2S in the air. That would be pretty tight. Or, hell, a 2MS in the air would be nice. Because he does have a grab where he jumps on top of your head and he slams you backwards. But then again, that's kind of like his 4S on the ground. I could have did better punish than that. I don't know what I was thinking. I think this might have been before I knew about the infinite, or I might have knew about the infinite and I didn't want to do it because I felt like it'd be cheap. Get back over there. If you notice, I don't do his grounded grab a lot because his grounded MS grab. The reason for that is because I found it hard to think about doing when there's like so many other options where you could just like throw him in the air and get like a little bit more damage instead of just grabbing him. There are some combos that I thought of like post beta that made me go like, you know what? I think that would work because he can grab you from the air when he's on the ground. But I think ideally when you're playing with Grappler, you want to use that grab fully charged because it does a lot of damage. It does so much damage that it feels almost like cheating, but then you remember that Grappler is like a kind of a slow, sluggish character. Bam. Brutal hit. What is brutal hit? Is it just when you sap the meter? I'm not entirely certain. See, this dude's playstyle is like kind of like how my playstyle is. Like I might have molded my playstyle with Berserker a little after this guy. I'm not gonna lie. He's a really good Berserker, and I don't think that should be lost on him. Did I switch characters? Huh. Ranger is whew. I don't know what they're going to do with Ranger, man. I personally think he needs like a reload mechanic, but you know what? If they don't want to give him a reload mechanic, they should like expand defensive options. Like, you know, in Melty Blood and in a couple other games, like you're unable to like block in the air when you get hit by normals, but there are some exceptions. Like in Untitled Birth, I think is a good example. Untitled Birth, if you get hit in the air with certain specials, like you can just block them. You know, otherwise you can't block them unless it's like, I think it's air to airs. Look at this. This is interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. It didn't normally happen. He is a zoner, but boy, man, his zoning is kind of crazy. And he has DP, and it's a good DP, but you know what? It's sort of warranted. Like, you need a get off me button as a zoner, right? And this type of game, it's like, why wouldn't you use a move that's invulnerable? Hans was like mad at me because the character had a DP. It's like, what do you expect, man? It's a zoning character. He's always like, oh, you have every answer. Like, it's not an answer. I mean, it is an answer, but it's like, you know, use your head, my friend. His jumping B is wild to me. There's going to be like some optimization with that character. Yeah, it is jumping B. I almost said my bad. Yeah, that move right there. I just lost a lot of recoverable life, but I don't even think it matters that much. You know, I didn't even keep in mind what recoverable life I was taking away through, like, I want to say like 90% of the beta. If I hit you, I was just happy to hit you. Like, I did not care. Like, that red life, I didn't even understand that shit, if I could be honest with you. And that was not luck. That was just skill and prowess. Alright. Now, this one is a short one. I don't remember exactly what happened, but this person's name is Zero, obviously. And, oh, yeah, you know what? I actually made a clip of this earlier. Well, this might be the clip. So, there was a good comeback in this video. I used the grappler a lot more than I thought, man. It's really because I could not stand, look, see, I got that grab and I got that combo off. I don't know, I gotta study that. This particular clip, I'm glad I got this. But, yeah, I wanted to play with Kunoichi, but I've explained before, Kunoichi is not the thief that I wanted, one, and not only that, but I could not understand the combo theory so well with her. I had to fight other Kunoichis to get a better understanding, and you know what? I got a better understanding, but I'm not sure if I like it as much as, you know, the grappler so far. I'm definitely going to main Kunoichi, though. I just need to get a practice mode going. And wasn't that a decent comeback? Like, he had like almost full health, and I was like almost dead, and I just came back. I thought that was pretty neat. Is this a perfect? No. It can't be. Oh, I got the grab. If you're not crouching, you're gonna get hit by that grab. That's a dirty mix by the grappler. Like, I will say that. Now, what happened here? Why did I record this? Oh, it's because of the way I ended it. Oh my god, that didn't make any sense. I'm not gonna lie, this is the match that I fought that made me go, I need to like stop using Kunoichi for a bit, just because there's so many people that have a better understanding of her, and I need to observe. But instead of observing, I think I actually left. I was like, I don't know if I feel like actually playing against this character either. Yeah, that combo I learned from this person actually. You know, the combos change depending on how many hits you start off with, you know. I know that sounds weird, like, duh, that's normally how fighting games work, but you gotta understand. Like, this game is so new that I feel like some of the stuff should just work, but I like that not everything works and you need specific attacks to hit before you can actually, like, do combos that you know. You know what I mean? You can't just do 2 5As and then go into your B&B. It has to start with 1 5A or 1 5B. I think that is good design, personally. I'm not trying to crap on any other design, but it's like, you know, for this type of game, it works because a lot of people are saying this a lot like Street Fighter. I don't think it's like Street Fighter. This is like a hybrid between like a footsie fighter and an anime fighter. And I think that what it's doing is pretty good. Someone says like Aquapazza. My friend did, actually. Never played an Aquapazza. I don't even know if I have a desire to play Aquapaz. I don't really, I don't remember the design of the characters, but it just didn't seem like something that was appealing to me. So I don't know if that is like this game. I might have to give it a shot. But who's playing Aquapaza? You know, it doesn't have rollback. Yeah, this was a battle of attrition here. We're both trying to get in. Yep, I learned that from this person, but I didn't know how to follow it up. I was like, oh, so that's what I gotta do next, because I've been doing the double jump, you know, the anime special. You know, you double jump, you hit the AA, and then you double jump. AA does not work on this game. You know, I know I've said this before, but this is definitely not a Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. This is its own thing, and I'm glad that it is. Look at this. Look at this beautiful combo. Now, this person messed it up, but that's okay. She's kind of tricky to do combos with. And she's not the only character like that. Like, I did not know what to do there. I don't know what to do after Twister. Maybe I should do the DP and hold it. Who knows? This was down to the wire. And luckily I got lucky. I gotta start this one from round 2 because unfortunately the other one started from, you know how these PlayStation recordings be. You don't get like a specific moment in time where you could just be like, oh well, I want to go to this match. You know, it just every couple of minutes. So I started at the tail end of a match. So I got to start at round 2 here. Or tail end of a round, I'm sorry. Bam. I think I might have taught this Berserker a little bit, but I might have also learned something from this Berserker. There were actually, there was a cool conversion in this match. I don't know, that I need to experiment with because I thought it was pretty cool. Berserker is a really dope character, and I need a blaze blue color. I'm getting this on PC. I'm probably going to end up getting it on PlayStation as well, but who knows? I gotta check the bank, you know what I mean? But I'm going to get this on PC, and I'm going to relish if they give me a freaking Ragna color scheme. I guess technically this is, well, not really. It's not the closest thing to it, because really the closest color scheme match to it, I should have did something else, is the guy I'm fighting against. You know, because Ragnar wears black and he has red. But I think that the shirt on the waist, or whatever that's supposed to be, should be red, and the pants should be black. That would be dope. You got games on your phone? That's what he looks like. Oh man, Grappler's win quote, his win quote stance is even better. His winning animation. I told you this game is a combination of footsie and anime. Yo, there were some KOF players that, you know, were legit mad. That combo is supposed to work if you start off with a mid, or not a mid, a 5B, I think. But there were some KOF players that were actually legit mad that people wanted to play DNF Duel more. To the point where they were clowning on DNF Duel. Oh, look at how much better our beta's playing. Okay, sure, but I still like this game more. You know, your game can be fun all you like, you know, but this game is fun to me. Bam. Where's that conversion? I know that conversion is in this clip. I love that dive. That dive is dope. I'm going to use it on Vanguard. Because I started playing with Berserker when I was playing against my friend Hans, but I didn't know how to play with Berserker, and he knew how to play with Vanguard. And you know how that goes. You know, this motherfucker don't like anybody to learn, so I had to piece together something, and it didn't work. Yikes. I like the command grab that the Berserker has, because if you didn't know, when he grabs you with it, he gains all his recoverable life back instantly. So all his white health, it just comes all the way back. And this is even crazier when he's in his awakening state, because in his awakening state, he gets more health back the more damage he does to you. So he can do conversion combos to you near endlessly, right? Because he can do attacks to you, and then he could convert, and then he can go into his stance where he drains his life, and then he can convert some more, and then he can poke you. And when he pokes you, you know, you gotta be scared because he can hit you and take some recoverable life away from you. So if he runs up to you and grabs you, he can get all his recoverable life back if he held it for a while. It's pretty crazy. Is this the clip? I wonder. Oh yeah. Oh man, that could have been a doper combo. And I'm going to experiment with that when the game comes out, because that combo would have been pretty crazy. What is the outcome of this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he loves that move. That move can be spammed, technically. More than technically. Alright, get my shit on. Nope, sorry. I'm just going to start in the middle of this clip. I was getting pretty proud of my Berserker near the end, because Berserker, I felt like I figured out his like combo theory for the most part. The same with Grappler. Kunoichi was so different because I felt so comfortable with Kunoichi from like just the neutral standpoint, but doing combos and B&Bs, I felt so inferior. Look at that. I got all my recoverable health back because I ran up and I did a command grab. And the command grab is enhanced when you go into his buff state, I believe. I don't know how, so don't actually quote me on that. I remember on Twitter, I was like, I got post-Nagoriyuki stress disorder. Every time I see a lot of blood and moves, yo, that could have been a great conversion too, but I messed it up. Every time I see blood or like a lot of red in an attack, I feel like I'm going to lose like half my health. I think that move might be safe. You know what I like about his dive? You can air special cancel off of it. And also, when he hits the ground, it's 2 hits, so he can special cancel off of the grounded portion. Pretty cool. You know, Ragna has, what is it, Burial Edge? Or Burial Edge? And I believe he can special cancel when he touches the ground, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that combo is okay. I think I could have did something else that ended off. I think I should have did his DP, because his DP just reaches up, and I don't think you can like get out of that. That's one of those moves where it's just a staple. You need it to keep them from resetting in the middle. His 6 MS is not one of those moves. His 6 MS is like the opposite of that, where like if the circumstances allow it, if you hit with the first hit in the middle of like a long combo, that was a cross up, in the middle of a long combo, the second hit might not hit and you might have to recover, and then you might just be effed. And that move, that is when I discovered that has invulnerability. Striker is an interesting character, man. I can't wait to learn more about her. Footsies. Literal footsies. That can be used as sort of a cancel, right? It's not really a cancel, but it's like faster than doing anything else that Berserker would do.